Hello guys, this is C. Vishal Jain, your faculty for ACCA and SBR paper. You guys keep asking me, sir, please share a list of important questions for financial reporting section C because we struggle there. So I am here with that list. Okay. Now understand in section C, particularly there are 4 chapters from where the question gets asked. One is preparation of single entity financial statements, group financial statements, which is again divided into group P&L and group SOFP. Then comes interpretation of financial statements, and then comes cash flow statements. So what I have done is from each of these chapters, I have identified important questions. What is the meaning of important questions? So by way of important question, I don't mean to say that these questions will be repeated in the exam again. No. What I mean to say here is these are the questions which covers almost all the requirements which might be asked in the exam. These are the questions which are little bit complex. These are the questions which covers most of the adjustments. Okay, and if you solve this, it will help you in coverage of entire syllabus of section C. Okay, now these are the same questions which I discuss in my financial reporting crash course also, about which I will discuss towards the end of the video. Okay, so let us discuss what are those top important questions of section C. Let us discuss that. The first one is preparation of single entity financial statements. Now in the exam from this chapter, the requirements that may be asked is preparation of statement of profit or loss, preparation of statement of financial position, extracts of cash flow statements, statement of changes in equity, or statement of adjusted profits wherein the wrong profit is calculated. You have to make some adjustments and arrive at the correct amount of the profit. Okay. Now, I have identified 3 questions from these, which are MIMS company, which focuses on P&L, statement of changes in equity, and cash flow statements. The next question is Haverford, an amazing question, guys, which focuses on adjusted profits, statement of changes in equity, and statement of financial position. Then comes print question, print company, an amazing question from the point of view of adjustments, P&L and SOFP. So these 3 questions covers almost all the requirements and almost all the adjustments for preparation of single entity financial statements. Okay. Now comes the next chapter, that is group accounting. In group accounting, as I told that there are 2 aspects of it, group P&L and group SOFP. Let me tell you one hint. Group P&L is the favorite topic of the examiner. Group P&L is the favorite topic of the examiner. 70% time when the examiner has asked group FS, they have asked group P&L. They have asked group P&L. Okay, that doesn't mean that group SOFP can't be asked. The chances are equal. Just that I'm trying to say that this is more important. Okay. Now, from a group P&L, I have identified 2 questions, Pandarco and Gold Company. One thing which I'll say here, in Pandarco, there is an adjustment of finance cost, which is very, very, very important. Okay. If you don't look at that adjustment and directly go to the exam, and if this question, a similar type of adjustment comes up in the exam, trust me, you will struggle there. So make sure you are solving these questions. In group SOFP, there are 2 questions again, Dargent Co. An amazing question, covers all the aspects. Group SOFP, associates treatment, dividend treatment, unrealized profit treatment, everything is there in Dargent Co. Plus, additionally, I will request you to solve one more question of McClory Company, which deals with disposal of subsidiary. An amazing question. Again, an amazing question. Okay, so 3 questions here, 4 questions here. Now comes the next chapter, that is interpretation of financial statements. And you know what, guys? I have done the analysis of all the past papers, practice papers, specimen papers, last 3 years mock papers, okay, and the kit questions, BBP exam kit, Kaplan exam kit, study hub kit, okay, study hub questions. And throughout my analysis, I found something. The questions can be of interpretation can be divided only into 6 types. There are only 6 type of questions. These are the 6 type of questions. Comparison year on year. Like for example, how Google performed in 2025 versus how Google performed in 2024. Same company, different years. For this solve mover ko. Second type, comparison of two companies. Same year, but two companies. Google versus Microsoft for 2025. How Google performed in 2025 versus how Microsoft performed in 2025. Pastry ko. Then comparison with sector averages. How Amazon performed in 2025 versus how e-commerce industry performed in 2025. Comparison of the ratios of a company with the sector of that company for that year. Bun company and Funject Co. Okay, now acquisition of subsidiary during the year. So let's suppose initially at the beginning of the year it was an individual company, okay, but during the year a subsidiary was acquired and at the end of the year it becomes a group company. Okay, so you have to analyze and convey and conclude whether this acquisition was a good decision or not, whether this acquisition was a good decision or a bad decision. This is what you have to analyze here. Similarly, from disposal perspective, it at the beginning of the year it was a parent plus subsidiary. During the year, subsidiary was disposed. Hence, at the end of the year, it is only parent. So disposal was a good decision or a bad decision. Perkins Co and Perlo Co. Cash flow interpretation. A cash flow is given. You have to analyze the cash flow. How much is the profit recorded? How much is the cash flow from operations? What is the linkage between the two? I'm just giving an example of what can be there in cash flow interpretation. Okay. The interpretation questions can be asked from performance perspective, position perspective, liquidity perspective, gearing perspective, and for each of these, you have to give a conclusion as well. Okay. Now, so these questions, if you solve these many questions, definitely all the type of questions you are already covering. Okay. Now the last type, that is cash flow statements. For this one, there is only one question that we have, Dixon Co. Generally in the past, I have not seen a question of cash flow being asked for 20 marks. The extracts of cash flow are being asked in every attempt, I believe. Okay, but a full-fledged question on cash flow statements is not asked. Okay, but if you solve this question, of Dixon Co., definitely you can deal with a full-fledged cash flow question. You can also deal with extracts of cash flow statements question. Okay, now as I told at the very beginning, these questions which I'm telling you here, okay, these questions which I'm telling you here are the same questions which I discussed in my FR crash course also. Sir, you discuss only these questions in your crash course? No, guys, no. Let me give you details of my FR crash course, okay? Understand? In my FR crash course, first of all, I help you with the revision of entire financial reporting in 15 to 20 hours, which I will be conducting live. Sir, when will the session start? From 27th of October. Okay, it will continue till 5th or 6th of November. See, 5 to 6 days will continue the session. 5 to 6 days, 3 hours per day will conduct the session for 15 to 20 hours. Will help in the detailed revision of the entire financial reporting. Point number one. Point number two, we will give you the discussions of all the important questions of section A and section B. If you want, I can show it to you. See, FR leases, let's suppose. So what I have done is I have made my own integrated question bank, which has the questions from BPP, which has the questions from Kaplan, which has the questions from Study Hub, quiz and practice both. See, total how many questions here in this chapter? 31. Out of which, how many questions I am discussing in the class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 3, 3, 6. Out of 31 questions, I am discussing 16 questions. 60, which are important ones. Similarly, I'll do it for section A, I'll do it for section B, okay, and section C questions I already informed which questions I will be discussing. I already informed, right? I already informed. So only these? No. First is revision, second is practice of section A, section B, section C. Third one will be query support. I understand you guys face challenges in the query. So every week we conduct one session wherein I'll discuss all your queries. If required, I can increase the frequency of the query sessions also. That's not a challenge at all. Then what else? Mock test. So I'll conduct 2 full-fledged mock test also. Sir, anything else? Yes, there is something else also. See, for the concepts, I am giving you the revision of the entire, right? But this will be revision. but there are certain important adjustments which are being asked in the exam on repetitive basis. Okay, so I will be discussing those adjustments also with you guys. Okay, sir, which adjustments can you please show? Can you please show? Yes, I can show it to you. Just give me a minute, I'll show it to you. So these are the adjustments. Just a minute, guys. Yes, here it is. See, these are the important adjustments. From each chapter, I have taken up the important adjustments, and I'll be discussing these adjustments also with you. So this crash course, guys, this crash course will take care of the concepts by way of revision and the important adjustments. Will take care of practice of section A, section B, section C. Will take care of query. Will take care of mock test. Everything in one place. Everything in one place. And I believe it will be a game changer for your financial reporting exams. Okay, that's all for the day. Now, one more point, one more small point. When you practice these questions, okay, see whether or not you are enrolling in the FR crash course, irrespective of that, I want to guide you the strategy for these questions also. What should be the strategy for these questions? Understand? Point number one. Point number one. When you are solving these questions, don't solve it in Word file, Excel file, or pen and paper. No, solve it only and only on ACCA practice platform, blank workspace only, and nowhere else. Only and only in ACCA practice platform, blank workspace. That's all. Nowhere else you can solve these questions. Point number one. Point number two, when you solve these questions, okay, you will definitely make mistake. Don't be demotivated with those mistakes. Okay, guys, understand, the more mistakes which you do in your preparation journey, the better it is. Sir, why? Because the more mistakes you do and write your mistakes, okay, you will not be repeating these mistakes in the exam. And you know what? The mistakes which you do in your preparation are the mistakes which you repeat in the exam also. But if you make a note of all these mistakes, you will not be repeating these mistakes in the exam. And if you don't repeat, the chances of making the mistake in the exam reduces considerably. So what is the key hack here? What is the hack here? The hack is, when you make a mistake, immediately in a piece of paper or in the Excel file, just make a note of what are the mistakes that you are doing. Each and every mistake should be written in your notebook, and keep revising your mistakes. If you do that, you will not repeat your mistakes, and you will not be doing these mistakes in the exam, and the chances of making the mistake will reduce significantly, and you will do amazing in your exam. Not only pass, not only good marks, you will score a rank in your exam. But just target for a rank and you can reach there. Definitely you can do it. Thank you guys. Bye bye.